Hey, welcome to our first video on the new electronic patient care reporting system called Image Trend. And we're going to walk you through some quick, easy steps today to get you access, get you logged in, so when it comes time to enter information into the devices that are on the squads, you'll have access. But I need everybody to follow the steps I'm about to show you to make sure that you do have access when it comes time to enter run reports on the devices that are in the squad. So as I mentioned, Image Trend is our electronic patient care reporting. We've been working for several weeks now building the forms and trying to make them as user-friendly and as specific to our operations as possible. I will tell you though that one of the main reasons that we're going to electronic patient care reporting is simply that the data that we are now required to collect both for the state and national standards is just way too much information to be collecting on a paper form anymore. So unfortunately the paper forms will be going away. We are moving to an electronic version, and I can tell you that I have been working extremely hard at trying to make this as user-friendly and as simple as possible. It is definitely going to be a change for many of us, but I'm hoping to make that transition as easy as possible. So to get started, if you would jot down the web address that you have, that you're looking at there, the https semicolon / www.imagedtrendelite.com /elite /organization HCSJAD / make sure you actually have that last / in there. It will not add it on its own, and you will not get to where you need to be. So if you do that from any web browser, it can be on your desktop or your laptop, as long as you have internet connection, enter that, hit enter, and it should bring you to this login page. Everyone's username and password has been set, but if this is the first time that you're going to be logging in, it's going to ask you, after you enter in the generic password, it's going to ask you to set your own password. There are only basically two rules for the password. One is it must be at least 4 characters, and it cannot be your username. So if you are one of those people that like to make your username and password the same so it's easy to remember, you cannot do that. You must enter a password that is different than your username, but it only has to be 4 characters long, and that's up to you. The password, we will not be able to see your password, and of course you should not share the password in order to make everything HIPAA compliant. So for everyone, their username is their first initial and last name, and the password is going to be initially 1234 is your initial password. When you sign in, it's for those of you that haven't signed in yet, it's going to take you to a new, not this screen, but it's going to ask you to reset your password. Go ahead and do that. It'll take you back to the login, then log back in with your new password, and that should get you to this screen, then to the release form, and just click yes please, and then that's going to actually take you to the Image Trend dashboard. This is looks actually a lot different than what the run form will. This is not what the run form, when you go to enter a form, not what it will look like. This is the dashboard. This is not what's called Image Trend Elite field, and that's actually what we're going to have you do now, is to sign in to Elite field, which will take you to another login. It's the same login information. Hopefully on the devices on the squads will not have the opportunity to remember, so you'll have to type that all in, type in your new password, and sign in, and then that will take you to actually the form that you're going to need to enter a run in. And at this point, I would ask, feel free to go ahead and play around. You can click on new incident, we will get into a little bit later in our next videos. We'll talk about a lot more about actually entering information. At this point, just know you can't hurt anything. You're not going to break anything. I would begin to start entering fake runs in or prior runs and work through all of the different tabs here and look at the information that's going to be required. You'll notice as you go through that some things have been defaulted and pre-populated for you. Some things have not. The type of service, the very first question, is very important because depending on what you put, whether it's the assist form or the 911 response, which will be the majority, that will determine a lot of what information they're going to ask for. So go ahead and play with it. Again, you can't hurt anything. All of the runs that you put in now as for practice will be wiped from the system, and it's not costing us anything to enter a run and go from there. So play around with it, get comfortable. We'll have more videos coming up that will get into a lot more detail into how we're going to enter information and the best way to do that. So thanks for watching and good luck.